Hello and welcome to my game dev live stream. This is episode 30. It's the 30th time I've done this. Pretty cool. Today we're going to take a look at some bookkeeping with JIRA, and then see if I can take a crack at the bug with the normals that I was experiencing last time and see what is going on. So, I'm not going to be streaming for super long today because I have spent quite a lot of time working on a new video for the new series of tutorial style videos. Getting it set up and doing all the actual work for the video was quite a bit of effort. Took me four and a half hours to get it all ready. It's on YouTube now though, and it was only like a 4-minute video, so a lot of effort went into that. But I think I have a template that'll speed up next time, but not a ton. It'll probably shave off like an hour and a half for me. Anyways, doesn't yet feel like a one-day project. Maybe it will be. We'll see. I hope that video goes well. I'm pretty happy with the way it went. I had to cut down the scope. At first I thought it was going to be over more things. Ended up being over less functions and classes than I thought it was going to be initially, because it was just like I was looking at the time and I'm like, I gotta set up so many example projects. Anyways. So, we gotta go end our current sprint. I'm gonna go ahead and click complete sprint. It's gonna move everything to sprint 3. And we're gonna see our capabilities compared to last time. Hi, I'm W2, Melvin's dad. Thanks for joining. Hi, Drew Loves Pinky. Thanks for the Dorito. You guys both score some points for that. Okay. So I don't think we have an active sprint right now. And then we can see we got all this stuff into sprint 3 now. So the question is kind of like, well, what's next to work on? Really, I'm still struggling with this bug with the ramps, and I have to make a decision here in order to continue progress. I have to decide, well, do I even care about ramps? Can I make my game without ramps? I think right now I can probably progress without that. Right, I can say I can make my game without any slanted things. You just have to jump around everywhere and be fine with that. And that would help me keep moving on, So I think I'll do that. Move this one to do, and we'll take it out of this take it out of this epic. And we'll remove it from the current sprint. So now if we update this, none of that is left. Oh shoot, it pulled in these other things I wasn't ready for yet. This one. Take it out of this sprint. Take it out of there. So platforms. Next thing I'm gonna do is gonna be crumbling platforms. Those sound like fun. Gonna make a new folder here for prefabs that I like this input system. This input system I'm going to put into a prefab. And now I can take it out of the scene and not worry about it. Let's open up OneNote. I'm gonna have some notes I want to take on this, be like something in world design. Add a new page here for crumbling platforms. So this is kind of like what I imagine crumbling platform kind of looks like. And I'm thinking to be like made out of stone, and then you'd stand on it. So right here, like made of stone, and stand on it, but it crumbles under your weight. Put that down there. When you land on it, a timer starts. Let's see. Let's just add on down here. Can support your weight for a few seconds before it starts to shake a little. A couple of seconds later, it gives out and falls apart, you falling with it. It may or may not respawn after a certain amount of time. The remnants of the platform sort of fade away at this point. So, technical needs, technical features. Different states with timers. Make it shake. Disable collision. Change opacity / fade away. Respawnable Boolean respawn time. Cool. I see. I thought I got a third viewer right now. If you want to say something in the comments, feel free. I think I'm going to move over to paint.net and start by drawing a little bit. It's going to have to be 128 pixels wide, and that'll be like the width of the platform. That's like one space. And then I want to do I want to have 4 pictures. I want to have like a picture where it's fully stable, and then 2 pictures which it can alternate between when it's like cracking and stuff, and then a 4th one where it's like completely busting apart. So I want each one to be 32 pixels tall, so we're going to do 4 times that, is another 128. Actually, to start though, I'm going to have it just be 32 tall, and then I will, so that way I can see what the frame size is for like 1. So now I'm going to fill the inside with a sort of like tan, stony kind of color. Something like that looks pretty good. It's a little too green, but I like the look of that one. So now I'm going to come back and I'm going to draw on top of my outline currently with something like this color, I think. So now I can go through and I can cut out the black out of this layer, and that's like my outline. That seems fine. Now I'm gonna get a sort of darker color here. Nope, I dislike the outline color. Gonna select the starting color again, and I'm gonna make it a bit more green and then a bit darker. I think that looks better. And then I'm gonna go with that color and make a darker color. To do the cracks in it, kind of like that. So, how does that look? Does that look pretty good? It's just a placeholder. Anybody watching on the stream got an opinion? Think it looks good? Think it looks bad? Maybe, here's a thought. Undo some of these. I'm gonna make the brush a bit bigger, and then instead of using like a smooth mode, I'm gonna use this one. No, that didn't work. This one. How does that look? That makes it look a bit chunkier. So now for this last one, for this last sprite, they're gonna like start to connect I'm going to make them all wider, and then I'm going to go back with a thin eraser and like make it seem like it's collapsing apart. So I'm going to start with my first step is going to be connecting some of these guys. Oh hey.
Oh hey.
I'm streaming right now.
Whoa.
Oh no, does that mean my audio isn't going through both?
That's a good question.
No, I think it is. It's showing up on the audio, make sure that my mic is coming through, but also that you guys are coming through. Well, I'm going to drop off the Discord call for like 10 more minutes, and then I'll be back.
Alright.
You guys can get started without me. So this looks a bit silly right now. But what I'm going to go do is I'm going to come back in with an eraser. With a thin eraser, and I'm going to like cut through all of these and make it seem like, you know, there's air behind them, because there will be air behind them. I think that looks pretty good, actually. It's kind of hard to imagine just this last layer, because there's these other ones behind it. But I think that looks really good. It makes me think that these other two aren't as good. Oh well. Still all placeholder stuff, although I think that this last one might be a good template to work backwards from again when I go back to it. Thank you for agreeing with me that it looks good. We'll call this Crumbling Ground and then we'll go here, and what we can do now is I don't even think I want to start with like a brand new one. I'm going to do 2D object, sprites, square, sprite editor, there we go. I'll do grid by cell count, column, 1 column, and 4 rows. Cool. Crumbling ground underscore stable crumbling ground underscore breaking crumbling ground underscore really breaking, and then destroyed. We're going to add that into the ground layer so that way we can collide with it And I think already off the bat, we should be able to at least interact with it. So if we bring our platformer character above this guy, we can already stand on it. We cannot move on it. But that's another problem to solve. Imagine if we just add a rigid body 2D. Oh. Should have paused before I did that. Make it a static type. That might be good. Oh, we have to add an input system in to the scene. Once we do that, then we can control the player. I don't actually think it was the rigid body. If we remove that component, it's still fine. So, I'll leave that rigid body on there because that's useful for other stuff. But I will go ahead and save this prefab and then wrap up for tonight. Started work on a crumbling ground, got a sprite sheet and simple prefab. So next time I'll redo double jump and continue work on the crumbling ground, because when I redid the whole player controller, I do not yet have double jump again, so I just sort of realized that tonight. I'm gonna fix that up. Okay, thank you for watching. If you joined the stream, I appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to leave a like or a comment or subscribe. Whether you're on YouTube or on the stream right now, please go to my channel and check out this new video I've got. I'm trying to do a new type of video. It's a little bit more tutorial based. It's part of a series called Today I Learned Unity. And the first episode is about vector lerps, or linear interpolation. It's a pretty good explanation and tutorial, and it comes with some demo code that you can check out from GitHub and load up into your own Unity installation, and mess with the scenes and the code and see how it works. All right. Thank you again for coming and watching, And as always, have a nice night.